Like, what are you guys talking about? Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
Woohoo!
Yeah, finally. I would say happy 9/11, but it's not happy, but remembrance of 9/11. So, Sarah's going to be on in a few minutes. She was just restarting her computer. You guys want to say right now what you guys are reading first before we get in the chat?
I'm just gonna say ditto to what I had last night. No, I am reading Hard No Homicide. I am at 64%. Ooh, 69%. Look at that, 69% in Hard No Homicide, and I am. Where am I at the other one? I'm reading Pie Most Foul, and I'm at 58% in that on ebook.
Nice. What about you, Storm?
I am probably going to be working on editing a video for at least the first go around, and then I should probably listen to some It. So
To what?
It. Stephen King.
Okay, got it.
She's like, never mind.
I was gonna like pop up the deal, but I was like, it's the scary one with the clown looking guy, and so I was like, no, I'll just say it because my book's over there, so I don't have to. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm a little behind on my listening to it because I've been listening to other things. Like I just finished Scaredy Cat by Sophie Ryan this little while ago, and then I finished the graphic novel that I was reading like yesterday that Steve McKeever.
Good for you.
Left me on a little bit of a clear though. Some things happen to the kids, and then okay, next time. Well, it's like really.
Like, no, I want to know now.
Right. Ugh. What about you?
I'm just going to start Rangers, RVs, and Revenge by Tanya Kappas.
Which number is that?
26.
Excellent.
I mean, I'd say I'm close to the end, but I'm nowhere close to the end, so.
Well, I mean, she puts out a couple every day.
That's what I feel like.
There's like 31, isn't there, or something like that?
I think we're at 31 right now that are out.
Yeah. And then I just heard they're making it into a movie.
That's what I heard. Whenever everything goes back to normal, I guess.
Yeah, we got a while for that at this point. Let's get into some comments.
Hey, Barbara.
Good afternoon, friends. Hello. Pat said, good evening, everyone. I will not be reading tonight. Had several doctor's appointments today, and truthfully, I'm exhausted. Left here at 7 a.m. and did not get home till 5 p.m. Happy reading, everyone.
That is a long day.
Yep. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you very much, Kurt. I think you should get some rest and just relax.
Yes.
He says, hi. Hope everyone is well. And PK said, hi. Thanks for keeping my occupied on my drive home. We'll be there around the end of the first sprint. Reading 4 books currently. Don't know which one we'll grab. Also, we'll be making a vat of egg roll soup tonight.
Ooh, nice.
It's delicious. I hope you're okay, Pat. So Barbara said, that sounds good. Yeah, it does. I'm okay. Just follow up appointments.
Okay.
Nadine said, I had to Google egg roll soup because I never heard of it. It looks very tasty.
It sounds good. I mean, I like everything that would be in it.
Me too.
Thinking off the top of my head. So
Nadine said, oh, and hi, everyone. I'll be reading Murder with Lemon Tea Cakes by Karen Rose Smith, number 1 in Daisy Tea Garden Mystery.
Excellent.
And Sonia said, good evening, everyone. Going to be listening to Mischief Nights or Murder as I make cracked chicken for dinner and having pumpkin pie pudding for dessert. That sounds
delicious.
Us Free Book Gal said, hi, everyone. It's Bridgerton number 6, Francesca's story for me tonight. I want to finish the series by the end of the year.
Good for you.
I need to. I'm on number 6, too. I haven't gotten number 6, but that's where I'm at.
So you have to read that one.
And I think, and I still need to read 6. And there's 8, I believe, in the series, I think. So, I mean, I'm really close to the end.
Yeah, you are.
You're right there. Tina said, hello, y'all. I'm reading Strangled Eggs and Ham by Maddie Day and Finding Love at Hedgehog Hollow by Jessica Raven.
Sounds cute.
Also, I'm cross-stitching on my first ever cross-stitching project.
Nice. I hope we see pictures in the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Cajun. Hi, everyone. Tonight I'm reading The Last Donut. Donut Shop Mystery number 58.
Is that the last one?
That's
the last
is
donut?
that the newest one that came out? Because I know she was talking about. She made a comment, I think, on one of my videos that talking about how you always have to go check your favorite series because you never know, there might have been a new one that came out, and she was talking about one of the, and I think it might have been that one.
I wonder if that's going to be the last one, the last donut, the
Yeah,
last.
maybe. But I mean, that's just weird. I mean, shouldn't you end at 60, not 50?
Yes, yes, you should. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, that makes you
I
wonder.
mean, you're so close. I would, but I mean,
True. Tina said, whichever one of those books I finish first will complete my Goodreads goal for this year. Nice.
Amazing. Congratulations.
Nice. Calico said, reading Scarlett Scott's Winter's Waltz. A Marquess is teaching a tomboy how to act like a lady to pay his gambling debts. She meets him, finds him annoying, and punches him in the nose. Ah, romance. LOL.
Oh, that one sounds fun. I like Scarlett Scott. I've read some of her. Hers is like on KU, which this is probably one of the reasons I wish I had KU because I like her stuff.
You got that. Ashley said, hey, y'all, reading Falling in Love by Erin Branscombe.
That sounds awfully familiar.
Right? Jessica said, hello, everyone. I'm working on some homework. After I complete some of it, I will be reading Dead of Winter.
Cool.
Nice.
Reward yourself with some reading. Ginger said, hey, guys, still not feeling well. Might read some.
Take it easy.
Still reading Mark of Murder. I hope you feel better.
Yes.
Just relax. Kay said, I just finished Eastwind Witches #2, Death Metal by Nova Nelsonham.
Cool.
So going to read Finding Love at Hedgehog Hollow by Jessica Redland for a group read tomorrow.
Nice.
Two people reading that. Annie said, hi all, reading Vinyl Resting Place by Olivia Black. Jen said, hi everyone, tonight I'm reading Happiness Falls by Angie Kim. I'm curious what you think of this. And Anita said, greetings everyone. Tonight we are having a thunderstorm here in New Jersey, and I'm reading Read to Death at the Lakeside Library by Holly Danvers.
Nice.
Yeah, that thunderstorm came on really bad. There was parts of even coming home that like the curb, the sidewalk was completely flooded already. So.
Ooh, goodness.
The wiper wiped and it was already raining. Like it was bad. So.
Goodness. That's. Hi, Anna.
Anna said, hi, everyone. I'm going to read We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson.
Nice.
And Nadine said, at Calico, punching a Marquise in the nose, a sign of true love. There you go. Jessica Lynn said, hello, everyone. I'll be reading Christmas Cupcake Murder by Joanne Fluke.
Nice. I don't remember what number it is, but hope you enjoy.
And Jen said, Tina, I'm so excited that you're doing your first cross stitch. I can't wait to see it. Now you have to post it. Everyone's asking. Barbara said, making pumpkin face burgers for supper.
Are you making the burgers in the shape of pumpkins? That is so good if you are.
That's what I was like. What does that mean?
That's what I'm thinking. Like you've taken cookie cutters and made. Yeah. I don't know. I'm totally.
Let us know. I'm curious.
Yes, I really do need to know too, and it sounds adorable.
Mm-hmm. Tina said, I know, Jen, I'm so excited. It is so fun so far.
Nice.
Amy said, hi, everyone. I'm currently reading Flames of Chaos by Amelia Hutchins. I'm at 55%. Jen said, Barbara, how cute. Oh, look who's here. Hi, Lee. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Stormy. Hi, everyone. Don't ask what I'm reading because I'm not. I just stopped by to say hi. Hello, Mel.
I don't know if these are the same, but it's got like the cheese has pumpkin faces in them that's on the burgers.
Oh, those are cute. Oh,
that's very cool.
Those are cute. Hey, Mel Mac. Oh, we're not supposed to ask what you're eating. Never mind.
Anita said, feel better, Pat. And then we get, hey, Mel Mac, good to see you.
It is.
Tina said, samely, I just finished number 25 in the Campers and Criminal series, and we're almost caught up.
We're
and
close.
just when we catch up, there'll be like 10 more that come out.
Close.
Melissa Cajun, hi, good to see you too. And hi, Mel Mac. Mel Mac, hey, so glad to see you on here tonight. And Sonia said to Tina, congrats on your stitching starting. How exciting. I'd love to see it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Cajun said, yes, it's the one that just came out last week, and it certainly reads like it's leading up to the last donut. Danielle said, hi, everyone. I'm hoping to finish Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix tonight.
Excellent.
Nice. Tina said, we might still have like 10 more to go, but the next 3 after are Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas, so we can get them done by the end of the year. I agree. Yes.
Excellent.
Cajun said, and I agree, 60 is much better stopping place than 58.
I mean, it makes complete sense. That's why, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Mel said, at Jen, hello. And Karen's here. She said, hi, Lee. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Storm. Hi, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Summer Night by Jim Butcher, number 4 in the Dresden Files. I knew Storm
would be happy.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to get up the nerve to finish the what is it? Battleground, I think it is. It's the one that I've been needing to read for like the last like 2 or 3 years. But I know it's going to hurt my heart, so I don't want to because I know somebody dies. And I kind of have a feeling I know who, but I'm not sure. And so it's like keep putting it off, you know. But next month is also Occult Detective October.
Okay.
And so it would be the perfect time to like read it because that's pretty much what he is, since he is a wizard that does the detecting supernatural stuff and things. So that's what it's about. It's about reading all those kinds of detective novels and things.
Oh, I've never even. Interesting.
There you go. Because you heard Occult and you're like, it's scary. I don't want to have anything to do with it, right?
I kind of did. Like,
she's like, no, somebody's going to put a spell on me. That's it.
I'm out.
Right. That's funny. Mel said to Jessica, hi, good to see you too. And Jessica said, it's number 26, Tiffany. I'm getting closer to getting caught up.
Good for you.
And Sonia said, I am coloring the tinsel out of my hair. That's what my niece calls gray hair.
Nice.
There you go.
I like to say it sparkles.
My mom always called it platinum blonde, so then it didn't sound so bad.
I feel like tinsel is a great way to describe it. Like, I would love to be able to say my hair is tinsel covered.
Right?
I think that your niece is brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, you're trying to color your gray, and there are younger people out there coloring their hair gray. So,
right?
Yeah. I've been watching this girl forever. She's got to be like, she was probably 20 years old when I started watching her, and she's like, has dyed her hair gray the whole time. Yeah. Maybe it'll be different when it turns gray for real, and then she'll be like, oh, you know what? I need to go black. Jessica said at Barbara, is that just a burger with a jack-o'-lantern cut-out piece of cheese? Maybe that's it. Anita said it, hi at Melmac. Melmac said, hi, Anita. Barbara said, you make the burger, then wrap them in pizza dough.
Oh.
Eyes in the mouth, then put olives for the eyes and pickles for the mouth. That sounds very cool.
Okay,
it sounds adorable.
That almost, you could do like that with like make a mummy too.
Yeah.
Like, little strips around it or something.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds adorable.
Amy said, Kate Bird, I love the Dresden Files, but man, Jim Butcher is taking so long to release new books in that series.
Yeah. It took him a long time before he released like the last 2, I think it was. There's like a quite of a big gap in between them and stuff. So it's like I'm not in a big hurry because he'll probably leave me like, oh, what's going to happen next or whatever. But at the same time, yeah, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, like want to get there. Someone said, Barbara, that sounds super cute. It really does. Amy said, Storm, yes, someone major dies in the Battleground by Jim Butcher. I have read them all to date, waiting on Jim's new release of the new Dresden File books.
Yeah, see, I know it's going to hurt my heart, so that's why I keep putting it off. But I'm like, I just need to rip the Band-Aid off and just get it done. I can be caught up.
Amy, I'm so far behind in the Dresden File series.
Yeah, that was actually a series, like, I didn't binge, but I did pretty much almost. Like, I didn't, like, do pretty much, like, one right after another, but I did read them, like, almost the whole thing in, like, a year or whatever. But it wasn't, like, back to back to back, but I did do them pretty close to back to back. That's why I was like, it takes a certain type of series to get me to do that. I have to, like, absolutely just love everything about it to get me to binge.
Push it. There you go. Sarah, welcome.
Thank you. Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
You're good.
What
Glad
are
you
you,
made it.
what are you reading tonight?
I'm actually not going to be doing any reading. I'm going to be updating my reading spreadsheets and stuff because I finished 2 books today.
Wow.
So I think, I'm going to take a little break for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I need to do that too. That's why I tell them I finished 2 books today too.
Good for you.
So I was gonna work on editing the video.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Look at all you overachievers.
Right.
I know.
That's what happens when you have like a whole bunch of books on the go.
True, and then you
want to
catch
finish
them up.
around the same time.
And the bonus with my new job is that because I'm not tied to the phone, I can have an earbud in while I'm working away. It's always very nice.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, we'll read a couple more comments and then we will go to the sprint. Keaton said, Tiffany, I'm making me a cutesy.
Oh.
I hope going by the titles TBR for Halloween. I read one last year, said for grades 3 to 6, and it really honestly scared me.
See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Right what Cajun said. What I'm saying.
That's why whenever I did my announcement video, I said to go ahead and read children's books if you wanted for Halloween because they need to be read too. And there's a lot of cute like picture book Halloween books.
Wow.
There you go.
That would be more Tiffany's like styles.
I'm gonna have to.
I know I have some scaredy cats out there, so
Babysitter's Mystery. Like skip ahead and read
That's what I'm reading.
Mystery.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Which one are you reading?
I have 3 of them on my list. I'll tell you. I gotta look at my list.
Okay. Is it on your video?
No, I didn't even put them. I didn't put them out there yet.
Okay, because it's not the announcements video are on my my list of needing to
watch
videos. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I put the announcement video, but I didn't put like the books.
Okay.
But yeah, that's some of them I'm gonna read.
Then
I
yeah,
need to read my 3 little monster books that I have so that I can put them on my recommendation for scaredy cats.
There you go. See?
You should do a recommendation for scaredy cats video. That'd be hilarious.
That would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This video is dedicated to Tiffany.
Yeah.
for scaredy cats.
There you go.
Not Tiffany.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
AKA Tiffany.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Yeah, no, Cajun, I'm with you. See? False advertising. Yep.
False advertising.
Well, that's what I said. I think some of the middle grade, like spooky middle grade, they are a little scary. So it's like you really have to know your reader, especially if they can handle it or not. So
true.
And I can't.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to stop here at the 25 mark. We'll read to the top of the hour, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
I do have to say before I forget, 12 days till hockey, the puck drops. It's preseason, but now that we've brought it up, we're within the 2 weeks. I feel like I can.
I like how she said we've brought it up.
We brought it up, right?
No. So I was going to wait till 2 weeks, and then Pat said the other day, 7 days. I was like, dude, I was waiting until 2 weeks. But now that she said it, I've said it. I feel like the countdown has begun.
Now that it's been said, you can count down now.
Now, had I started a countdown with
Next
other
year, I'm
people,
getting Tiffany an advent calendar for the hockey season.
There you go.
Yeah. I had started counting down with other people before that, but not.
Quick poll here on the live show. Anybody who cares about hockey or doesn't care about hockey, raise their hand. Okay, so now we're gonna.
Okay, we can start now.
Happy reading.
Happy reading, everyone.
How'd everybody do?
Good. I didn't read too much. I got 1% done in reading, but I talked to my grandmother and I talked to Kevy and he got off and all that other stuff. So still a good.
What about you, Storm?
I finished editing my thoughts on Virgin River, and then what I thought of like the changes in the TV show, and hopefully it makes some kind of coherent sense. I don't know. When I'm like going back, I'm like, I don't know if this even made any sense.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I also figured it's kind of a warning too for anybody who's like watched the TV series and that's it. If they want to, they're oh, it's a book series, that some of the stuff that's in the show is not going to be in the, and they'll be like, oh my goodness, this is like totally different. So
Way different.
you'll be a little bit surprised with some things, yeah, especially relationship wise.
I've heard that, yeah. How about you, Sarah?
I ate dinner, Kraft dinner, or Kraft macaroni and cheese, in case Tiffany's curious.
I am curious. Thank
I
you.
fancied it up, and I had spirals.
Ooh, nice.
I had to go to Walmart after work to pick up ginger ale. You guys have ginger ale in the U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Garrett because he's got the stomach flu. He's had it since last night. So
No.
I was like, well, since he's not eating dinner, I'm like, I can have whatever the hell I want. So Kraft dinner it was. But I did read like 2 or 3 pages of Cold Case Cowboy, which is my next book. And because I'm not going to be on Sprints, like, well, we're not really until, well, Wednesday. I'm also going to be starting this tonight as well. I love Catastrophe Tiffany, just for you. A cheerful cat sitter and a grumpy hockey nerd.
Now, I didn't mention hockey. Somebody else brought up hockey. But just so you know, it's 12 days. That's all I'm going to say. Let's move on.
Anyway, how did you do, Lee?
I did. First of all, I want to say how much April and Tiffany are really alike, because when April, the month comes, April will find any reason to say 13 more shopping days for my birthday, or, oh, did you see that lady hand the man a thing? I wonder if it's a birthday gift. Oh, by the way, 26 days left to my birthday. Same thing. Same thing.
I approve.
But I eat dinner, chicken Mexican stuffed shells.
Oh, that sounds good.
They're delicious. And I got 13% into Rangers, RVs, and Revenge.
Nice.
I just wanted to ask you, Sarah, have you gotten any of the new David teas?
No, but they may already be in my cart for payday.
Okay. I got an order today, and I got the witchy watermelon.
I love that one.
It smells like nerds. I'm so excited to drink this.
And there's little witches in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna order the what looks like a pumpkin. It's the
Yes.
round with all that. That's what I'm gonna order. And I may also be pre-ordering the advent calendar
Okay.
for Christmas.
I got the little tombstone with the different Halloween.
Oh,
Look,
Years
you
ago-
see my decorations,
I love it. I love it.
and then I got another pumpkin over here.
I love it.
that's you.
Years ago, they used to do a countdown, a 13-day countdown, when you got like, but it wasn't just 13 teas. It also had like some of them were chocolates. So every other one, you got a tea infused chocolate.
Oh,
I wish that they would bring that back again because I loved that. You know,
that is cute.
That would be really cute.
but yeah,
I
glad you
need
like
a-
the witchy one.
I need a coffee advent calendar. I don't do teas. So. The only ones I've seen, they're only got like 6 different flavors, and I guess they just do them. Like, I need one that has a different. I want a different flavor for each.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want just 6 different ones. It's okay.
yeah.
We also got the pistachio ice cream one.
Ooh.
Oh my God, it is delicious. So
Now,
good.
all of these, are they all have to be hot, or can you make them into ice?
You can make them
Make
into
them nice.
ice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Yep.
I don't know. Just me and flavored teas. I don't.
I like
The only one that kind of I turned my nose up at when I saw what was being offered for Halloween was the pumpkin Earl Grey, and any Earl Grey just no.
It has that like bergamot or whatever. You don't like it.
Yeah, I'm just like that's a no for me.
I get it. I get it. get back into some comments. Sonia said, I've been graying since I was 21, the same year I started teaching. Imagine. Can't let it go yet. I think it's beautiful on everyone else but me. I agree. I feel the same way. Same way.
I think
And
most people do.
gray hair looks amazing, especially on older people.
I remember my best friend was a stylist for many, many years. And when my aunt started going gray, she went to her and she's like, can you just dye it gray? And Amber's like, no, we don't do that. This was like 20 years ago, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, no, you don't want your hair to be gray. You want, right? Now it's the thing.
Oh,
And my
yes.
aunt goes, see, I started a trend.
Yeah, it's
Like,
so true.
I wanted that a long time ago, and they wouldn't let me.
Right?
have it.
You know,
Now
I was
it's
ahead of the
here.
game.
She
Right.
was technically. I mean, I'm just saying.
Mhm.
Anna said, I started reading books on my fall spooky reads
Yay.
list on first. Nice.
Awesome, Anna.
And Tina said, both my parents hate the gray hair, and I just don't get it. It looks fantastic. I think it's always like everybody loves it on somebody else. You know what I mean? And
Right?
It's like curly hair people want straight hair, and straight
Oh,
hair
yes.
people are always like, "Oh, your curls are so cute," and I'm like, "Oh." So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you're like, you don't know what you go through. Yeah, exactly.
I know.
yeah.
Barbara said, my hair is white, and people stop and ask me, who does your hair? I say, God. I love that. I love
It's
that.
amazing.
That's good.
There you go. Kay said, hubby just said he is happy that Jim Butcher is still putting out more Dresden books. He is hooked on cozies right now.
Oh, that's
I
hilarious.
am loving it, Kay. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a
If
bunch
he
of
needs
people
suggestions, let us know.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
saying hi, Sarah. Yeah, I saw the one person in Discord. I wish that that Tiffany could give me suggestions every day. I'm like,
Yeah,
You
I'm like,
don't-
Notice,
you don't-
Tiffany.
you don't know the Pandora's box that you just opened. You have no idea.
Yep.
I'm like, I said something back. I said, because I saw that. I was like, my coworkers wish I should talk to you every day too, because then I wouldn't talk to them about the book. Like, 'cause right now they still have to.
okay, see, now that's going to be your job. Is that your short for the day?
There you
Recommendation
go.
number one.
I mean,
Yeah.
There you go.
Just for the want a recommendation every day. Here you go.
There
Mhm.
you go. She's like, day 532 daily recommendation.
I'm giving people what they want.
Book number 102 in the Campers and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like you could do 31 days just with that.
Right?
You can. You
True.
really can. That's funny. Somebody said to Barbara, if mine was one color, I would probably go for it. I think white hair is beautiful. Sarah, loving the witchy readathon.
Yay.
I showed my friend. I said, I found a readathon just for you. Because she loves all those witchy romances. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Anita asks, can you read Nancy Drew books for Halloween?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to tell you really quickly, Tiffany, because I don't want anybody to think I'm like gatekeeping the BSC books that I'm going to read. So I'm going to read number 17, Dawn and the Halloween Mystery. Number 22, Stacy and the Haunted Masquerade. And number 3, Babysitter's Fright Night. Because those kind of each hit a prompt. So
And there's,
And
yeah.
I'm going to say that also
and you
that,
said it
like,
to
I'm
me.
not
Thank you, 'cause
policing
I was
your
gonna-
reads. I'm
I
not
was getting ready
policing
to
your
put it
reads,
in here, so I had it in writing, and I was like, oh.
Maybe I'll jump ahead.
If you think it fits a prompt, and go for it. I don't care. I'm not
Because I won't hit those ones for years and years.
I'm jumping
at the
ahead
one, right? So
I just
But
figured
I
really
am
think
gonna-
the prompts, Halloween, and a little bit scary.
And I honestly think out of all the prompts, the Halloween one is kind of hard because I mean sometimes it doesn't tell you that the book is set at Halloween unless it's in the title.
Come on,
or
Storm,
like
do it.
that.
Babysitter's Fright Night, number 3. You got this. You can join in.
Yes.
mhm.
Well, and I'm going
Well,
to
technically, I would only need to read number 2, and then I could be at 3 if that's the thing because I've already read one.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have?
Order.
Of the soup of the mysteries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no, the
read
mysteries
one?
fall in order of the series. So you got to
Oh,
catch
then
up to about 70. Just kidding.
Sarah.
I would honestly, I think reading one of them would be okay because I don't think I'll ever read like all those. Anyway, so.
Marianne's Bad Luck Mystery in the regular series is also a good one because she gets a chain letter in the mail, and it's also available as a graphic novel if anyone's interested.
There you
So
go.
there's another one if you want that recommendation.
I think anybody can hit all the prompts if they just want to read Goosebumps or else.
Yeah.
I might actually do that as well.
I have Goosebumps on my list too.
Yeah. Goosebumps and Spooksville by Christopher Pike.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
There you go. You can get them all.
And those are not scary to me. I don't think those are too bad. Might be a little more scary for Tiffany, but they're not
For Tiffany, right? Babysitter's Club she could handle.
Yeah. I was gonna wait on number 5, but I think I'm gonna just go at my own pace for the Babysitters Club because I want to get through a reread of them, and I feel like
I was gonna. I
If
thought
you're doing the one a month like I am.
Right.
yeah.
I thought of you at Walmart, Tiffany, today. Was going by the book section, and they had like the little like picture book, like pop-up books, I think, or whatever it is, and it says there's a monster in this book. And I was like, there's Tiffany's Halloween book right there.
That's perfect.
I
That's
have
But still freak
1
her out.
and 4 Mysteries of BCS. Can't wait to read them.
yay. Read 3 with us. That's one of the ones she's reading. Number 3.
He just said it would.
No, number 3 is a super mystery.
It is a super mystery. Yes.
My
Other
problem with
mysteries.
Scaredy Cat recommendations is I don't know how scary is not.
It's the same with Steamy recommendations. Everybody's version of
it's
Steamy
true.
is different.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
But I can try.
Well, you can just say something like, I'm considering Scaredy Cat anything middle grade and below, or something
Yeah.
like that, and just kind of blanket it.
I'm going to guess this means Let's Go Blues.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at that too, going, Tiffany gonna be the only one knows what that is because I had no clue what that meant.
Yes, and I saw something else that was highly disturbing. You're gonna get to it very soon. It was really
Oh, I see it already. So I said, I got your back, Tiff.
Oh, does somebody like the Blackhawks or something?
Yeah.
Yes, of all.
I think Tiffany.
That's just really sad that I
know.
know nothing about hockey, but I do know that Tiffany's bad team.
I do need a countdown. See, like,
I know nothing about hockey other
I
than
need
Black.
a step.
Just so I don't get my Canadian citizenship revoked, go Leafs.
There,
There, now I'm good for another year.
There you go.
oh, that's funny.
I approve of that, Sarah. I don't approve of the Blackhawks. They're the only. I mean, like, they're like my number one.
Rivals. Nadine, your rival.
For you, Tiffany. I like hockey, but I absolutely love football. Yeah, everybody at work walked in and was talking about the game today. I'm like, can we just not?
I do have to say I saw something that funny about I saw this video where these people were on a plane, and I don't know why, but anyways, they flew into somewhere in Pittsburgh, and they were getting off, and the flight attendants like talking, like wrapping up, and she's like, please put all final opportunities to throw your trash away, cups, napkins, Dallas Cowboys gear. And she's going on, and like it was so funny because there was people that there must have been a reason why. I don't know if they played or coming up, but like people had on, like, it was hilarious. I was like, that's funny.
One of my friends,
funny.
His favorite football team is the Detroit Lions, and like they always lose or whatever. And they won against the Kansas City Chiefs, and he's all over the internet with this. Because the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last time. And so he's all like, did you see that? They're like undefeated this year. See that? Look at that.
My dad's team was the Cleveland Browns, and it was the year after he died. I think that they made it like as close as they'd ever made it to the playoffs. And Mom and I are like, you'd be so happy.
Yeah. Well,
Reading they're going, I made this happen, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
right? I was laughing, Storm, because my father was a huge Detroit Lions fan. And, they're one of the only teams, or they're the first team that went 0-16, like didn't win a game the entire season. What was that? Well, now it's been multiple years ago, but like first team ever. And the following year, they finally won a game like week 8. And my dad calls me and he's like, Super Bowl bound. I'm like, oh my God, you're like,
That's kind of like my friend Larry. Yeah. He's like, yeah. So he's just, because then most of the people that he knows are Chiefs fans because, in the Missouri is the Chiefs. And so he's just having a blast, like, they won against the Chiefs.
Really, my dad just liked to root for the underdog, to be honest with you.
Right.
But
There you go. So then I said my library is having their yearly huge book sale to kick off my birthday weekend.
Nice.
If you have authors you collect or want me to look for, let me know. They do big bag sales.
oh, that's amazing.
That is so cool. Mine library never
I'll
does
make a
anything like
list.
that.
And that was so nice of them to do their huge book sale for your birthday. That's
Really is.
Was that a special request?
Yes, like Heather Graham and
How big is this list that you want? Like Santa's like.
Or what is my cutoff? It needs to
Yeah.
be how big do you want it? Where
I think that's the better question.
yeah.
There you go. Barbara said the only scary books I read lately is Karen Slaughter. They can
Those
be
are
pretty
scary.
gruesome too.
The name sounds
They're
bad.
pretty gruesome, yeah. Jessica said Sonia with an wow, those are the best sales. Bag sales, my library does that twice a year.
I love them.
mine's never done that. We just and our library just gets really sucky books to like go on to sell or whatever. I don't know where they get them from or whatever, but whenever they have like their one sale, big sale or whatever it is, it's always things that I don't ever want. It's like I'll go to this, but it's like, oh come on, can't we have something better? This isn't like their paperback section is like little teeny tiny thing, and it's usually a lot of stuff that I don't read, and it's like
Happens that way too, I feel like, yeah.
and then everybody else they're showing, look what I got at my library. So it's like I don't get things like that's not fair.
I never get that.
My library's doing a sale at the end of the month, and usually I can't go because I used to work until a certain time.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, I can go on the first day now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, like driving straight there from work.
Right? You're like, I'm here.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
yeah,
they
I
have
just
dinner
thought
there
it was
and all
really
that.
working out. I'm liking it for you.
Yeah, it really is.
Mm-hmm.
Calico said part 2 in Scarlet Scott's Winter's Waltz. He calls her Satan's minion and she calls him Lord Dunderhead. She accidentally
Accidentally stabbed him in
chest.
the hate when that
This is
happens.
truly a love story for the ages.
Don't you hate when I accidentally stab you, Kev?
Right in the chest.
Yes.
Just that's not it. I totally read your big bad sale as another kind of big sale. Tina went from halfway through chapter 7 to the beginning of chapter 12.
Oh,
Of
nice.
strangled eggs and ham, finished cross stitch, one letter. Now I'm eating a roll.
You're on a
Nice.
roll. You're on a roll. Get it?
Yeah.
But it ain't
You said one the other day on your video, Sarah, that had me cracking up. Just
Tip
Shaq.
the waitress, I'm here all week.
It was hilarious. That was here you go, Tiffany. Here's another one. Somebody told me at work. How do you know when a dad joke is a dad joke? When it becomes apparent.
Nice. I know my joke for tomorrow. Thank you.
There you go.
I like it.
Us Brady said 20 pages and made a pot of coffee.
Excellent.
Sonia smiled at Jen. Tina said, the book had a quote I thought y'all would appreciate. I was starting to think I lived in Cabot Cove, but this wasn't Maine. This wasn't a television show, and I wasn't Jessica Fletcher.
That's awesome.
that's cool.
Nice. And Cajun said, well, that was a very satisfactory conclusion to a series. I may or may not have had a tear in my eye at the development at the end. A good thing.
So it sounds like that must have been like the end, and maybe the end.
Yeah. We got to 72%.
Nice.
Jessica Ann finished homework for the evening and read 15 pages. Very nice.
Excellent.
Karen got 34 pages done. Jessica Lynn said, 1 second watching Sarah's witch romance announcement. This readathon is so my style. I already have so many witch romances on my TBR.
That was my
Awesome.
problem.
There you go.
Yeah, I commented on. I think besides the Discovery of Witches and the one that I'm reading now, I don't think I've really ever read any witchy romances. So I was like, here we
They
go.
can get spicy, not as spicy as Tessa Bailey, but
I do have the Hex X.
I
I have that
love
one.
by Aaron Sterling.
I don't know. I have it in physical, which I never read physical.
So
but
it's the black cover, right?
yeah,
yeah.
blue writing or whatever.
The best in that entire book is that they're trying to do a spell at the very beginning and they're looking for candles and all they have is a Bath and Body Works candle. They're like, this'll do.
Yeah,
And that's what I
I'm
love.
gonna read it before that because somebody gave it to me at my in-person book club. Like everybody, when you're a reader, everybody wants to give you every book under the sun.
Right.
You guys know. So I'm like, okay,
I have to read
looks cute.
the Secret Society of
Irregular Witches.
because Barb wanted me to read that last year and I never got around to it. So I said,
We'll read it together, Storm.
All right. So,
But if you can, Tiffany, do the X-Hex on audio. I did the X-Hex on audio. It was really good.
I'll probably try to get it on audio because they gave it to me. I just can't read physical with the print.
Absolutely, I understand. No, for sure.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle also got to 33% in Vox. And Amy said, I didn't get any reading done this sprint. I made a hot chai tea and was looking on Audible to find out what narrators are doing another series by the authors of the Zodiac Academy.
Gotcha.
Kay said, I did not read that sprint, I think, maybe just one chapter, but having a conversation with hubby about Jim Butcher. And
I
then
think that Jim Butcher just put out I think he's got a new book coming in this other series he has, and it seems like it's been a long time since he put out one in that. So it's like maybe now that one's written, he can get back to Dresden Files.
Hey, baby.
it may already be in my cart. Love it. They're talking about their buddy read.
Mm.
And Hermione said, hi, everyone. I'm currently 50% into Rejection by Kay Lorraine and Meg Ann. Book 2 in the Mate Game series. I managed a chapter in that last sprint.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Ginger said, read a couple of pages, made supper, corn, English peas, baked beans, and tomato sauce with crackers, watching Texas Rangers play the Blue Jays.
Nice.
In that end, I got to root for the Jays because it's Texas.
I don't know anything
I'm
about
being so neutral right now, but the U.S. Open tennis just ended, so the people I wanted to win won, so I'm good. I can move on.
I see, like that's like when y'all now I get what you when I'm talking about hockey. I get it.
Wah,
'Cause
wah,
I'm like,
wah, 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 wah.
Yep. Like,
all of it just goes
Yeah, she's like, I don't
no matter what sport.
right. And it's a one chapter left, and we have always lived in the castle.
nice, Anna.
Very nice.
Nice.
He just said, I wonder if I pre-order the David's Tea Advent Calendar, if I will have better luck than last year.
What happened? Did you not like the teas, Cajun?
I think it took forever.
Oh, yeah. It
Yeah.
says you can pre-order, but they don't ship till October.
Mm.
I was remember I had mine, and then they were like, yeah, it's on its way, and then it never came, and then it was forever.
And then you got 2.
Then I got 2, which I still have a whole thing from last year. That's why we didn't order the wheel this year, because I'm like, we still practically have the whole one from last year.
Makes sense.
I wish I decorated for the holidays.
That's
You
funny.
really should, Sonia. I really think you would get into it.
I mean, put a little something out, Sonia.
Honestly, give
I
it
tell
some
you what,
effort,
I
woman.
want to steal all the decorations at Hardee's because like we're there and they've got all these cute little like scarecrows and the little bitty pumpkins. I mean, it's decorated. They went all out. I said, I think they bought out like Walmart or the Dollar Tree or something because it's everywhere. It's like an explosion happened on September. Like,
Oh wow.
People love doing that, though.
like they won't miss this, you know. Let's take this with you and put
There
it
you
back
go.
here.
Maybe if you ask nicely, they'll let you have it, you know. The Cajun said, I bought the tea calendar for a gift. I would like a coffee one for myself.
Okay.
Does David's do coffee?
No.
Oh.
They're tea only, unfortunately.
Annie made to 65%. Hermione, I'm also going to try and read some of Barbarian Alien by Ruby Dixon in these sprints as barely started it. I've not got a lot of reading done this week due to life. Totally understandable.
It happens.
Anita said, when I was 4 years old, I had a picture taken and my hair was gray.
Aw.
So cute, though.
Kevin's dad went gray at like what? How old was your dad? Oh, I thought he was way younger than that. Never mind. He said 35.
My hair was
I thought he was way younger than that.
was almost white. That was like really blonde. Whenever
Well,
I was.
And his dad, when I say gray, is like what you're talking about. It's snow white. His hair is, as long as I've known him. But for whatever reason, I thought your dad told me like 21.
Yeah, my ex started going gray when he was like 18.
Yeah.
And now he's like pretty much bald. And I'm like, wow, dodged a bullet with that one, didn't I?
Oh,
My grandpa went into World War II with brown hair and
too.
came out with gray hair.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica Lynn said, okay, here now. I seriously can't wait for all the witchy books. And Ginger, I started turning gray at 38. Kay said, my son tells me I don't have gray hairs. It's silver, Mama. It's so sparkly.
Aw, that's sweet.
That's what I say about Marcus's. His are like glittery looking. They're not like the white or just a plain gray. Like they're very sparkly.
Yeah, Garrett's got it salt and pepper through, and he's got it in his goatee too, right? And he keeps joking about getting that Grecian stuff. I'm like, don't. I said, I like it. I think it looks distinguished. The bald patch at the back is different, but the rest of it looks distinguished.
On guys, it's always distinguished. You know, it's like they make sophisticated. They look. So
Men look distinguished. Women look old, right?
Yeah. My new one of my new coworkers, she was saying something about, do you have kids? And I said, no. And she said, oh, yeah, you will. And I said, I like you. Like, I am so past that age. I mean, I don't want children, but I mean, like, if I did, I'm still well past that age. So I'm like, oh, we're going to be, I like you. Do you read Cozy Mysteries? And then everything fell apart. Okay.
She's like, no, I've got to go away now.
Yeah.
I don't read runs.
Right, exactly. Pigeon LOL at Barbara. And then Amy said, I have a stripe of gray hair. I call it my rogue strip from the X-Men.
I love that, Amy.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. She said, it literally looks like Rogue in the movie just on my left side.
Well, that I would like to do. Like, I don't want to dye my hair gray. I would like a strip.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, so hubby said, thanks. He may take you up on that. And the one he is on is a guess. He will probably read all the ones I got from the library before we return them to.
That's awesome.
I love it, Kay.
The Friend for Hire series and the Southern Sewing Circle series that we may need for suggestions.
Well, I have them. Lots.
Annie said, I'm reading Babysitter's Fright Night now. It's really good. I may buy it to read every year on Halloween.
Oh,
Very
I love
nice.
it, Annie.
Sunny said, I have a mystery number 3, Mallory and the Ghost Cat.
So the Fright Night is super mystery. So it's like, Sonia, like those super specials. It's the same idea. It's a bigger, longer story involving all the babysitters. But it's number 3 in the super mystery series.
Yeah. Yeah, the other 2 are just the regular mysteries.
Just to keep everybody just clear as mud, right?
I was going for prompts. I wasn't going in order or any of that.
No. I'm absolutely loving it. I wrote them down.
Amy said, I have read 4 Goosebump books. I like 2 and did not care for 2. I'm not sure I will read any more Goosebumps.
Anybody who's got any Goosebump suggestions, please do let me know, as long as it doesn't involve a clown.
Yeah, and quite a few of the covers did.
I've only read the first like 8, I think 7 or 8.
Only the first 7 or 8. Well, there were some like 50 or 60, right?
I think in the first, like the originals, there's like 60, I think. But then there's like the Goosebumps Most Wanted, the Goosebumps.
Oh, okay.
Slappy World, the Goosebumps. And there's a new one that just came out. Like Barb and I are going to be reading it, and it's the new like series spinoff or whatever that we got the NetGalley art for or whatever.
Okay.
And I can't remember what it's called. It's kind of gross. It fits in. It's got green on the cover, so I was like, hey, it works for like
Goodness.
You want to answer this, Tiffany, and then we will go to do another sprint.
Maybe. So I'm gonna
Have you ever
sneeze
read
again.
Funicula?
I'm gonna sneeze again. I haven't, but somebody recommended, might have been you, and I put it on my TBR. I looked it up.
It's a really cute, not scary series.
And somebody had mentioned it before, and I do have it on my TBR. Thank you, Danielle.
The bunny's like a little vampire bunny, but it eats like vegetables. It sucks all the stuff out of the vegetables,
Yeah.
like blood or whatever it is. And
That's cute.
Delightful.
All right, so we will do another sprint. We'll read to the top of the hour.
Sounds good.
goodness.
All right, happy reading.
Happy reading, everyone.
How'd you guys do?
I'm sorry, I missed the mark. Good. I am at 64%. I don't remember where I started, but I did read a little more in this sprint than last time, which was almost none. So, yeah.
How about you, Storm?
I'm like, I lost my bookmark somewhere, but I read it. I got the not so scary cover. I mean, come on, it's not that bad. But I'm like 16% into the audio book, and I've only read this much so far. So I'm like at page 179 out of like, I don't know, 1100 or something like that.
You're getting there.
Yeah, so got a ways to go. Yeah, I asked my friend where she was because she's ahead. I said I don't want to get too behind. So she's like, I'm on chapter 6, and I go, oh, I got a ways to go then. I'm on chapter 4.
What about you, Sarah?
I was just talking, and I had been talking to Garrett. So he thinks he has the norovirus.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he's been sick since last night. And then I looked it up, and I think that's what I had on Friday. But a very mild case of it.
What's
like
that?
they say it lasts for like a day to 3 days. It's vomiting, it's stomach pains, it's headaches, it's
Ooh.
unpleasant.
Kind of like a stomach virus, but something else.
It's a stomach virus. It's just a fancier name for a stomach bug. So anyway, we were just
I don't
chatting.
keep up with all those things, so I'm like, I don't know what that.
Well, he looked it up, right? He's like, these are my symptoms, and he's playing doctor, right? And
Dr. Google.
Dr. Google, you have cancer.
Wait,
Everything. You have cancer.
everything.
So, but anyway, I finished updating all of my spreadsheets, and I read a chapter of Cold Case Cowboy. Which
Nice.
I'm enjoying so far.
Nice.
Yes.
I got
How'd you do, Lee?
25% in Rangers, RVs, and Revenge.
Excellent. And I want to say now I get the Hyper Round Kindle because I love it, but I really get it when I have arcs that I can't get on my Kindle, so I have to go back to the phone. Now I'm like, what is this nonsense? Whereas before I didn't know what I was missing. I love it. But
Nice.
yeah.
Really nice. Go back to the comments, and Barbara said, "Release the Kraken." And Anita said, "My boyfriend is watching New York Jets and Bills game."
There you go.
Awesome. Barbara, I can accept the Kraken, partly because the Blues gave y'all some great players. You're welcome. Okay.
They said, "Not a big hockey fan. Don't tell anyone from where I live, but I love American football." Okay. Jessica Lynn said, "Cleveland Browns are my team too. We won the 100th Battle of Ohio for opening day."
Nice.
Good.
She said, "I love football. I have it on in the background."
Excellent.
She said, "Hey, the Lions don't always lose. They do a really good Thanksgiving. They do really good until Thanksgiving, then they lose. Half my state roots for them until Thanksgiving, and then they switch to what the rest of the state roots for. The Green Bay Packers."
That's hilarious.
And Sonia said, "I have already started collecting for you, Sarah and Storm. I've got you too. I didn't mean to make that sound like it was for my birthday."
No, it's for your birthday. We accept that.
Yes, you did. Don't lie.
We accept that it's for your birthday.
I'm truly not that full of myself.
Nobody thinks you're full of yourself. We just think that they want a Sonia birthday day.
Celebrate your birthday.
And what better than with a sale? Book sale.
There you go.
That's the best way I'd like to spend my birthday.
Exactly. Storm, do you belong to the Joplin Library?
No. Because I'm not like in the district or wherever it is, and so the last time I checked, it cost money to like be part of theirs, and I'm like, I'm not gonna pay for it.
That's a bummer.
Jessica said, "Love the XX."
Oh, good.
And Sonia said I'll be reading the Secret Society very soon. I have it in physical form.
Nice.
And Tina said, I promised myself I wouldn't participate in any readathon in October, but which romance readathon seems like the perfect way to pregame Nora in November?
There you go.
There's always somebody that's going to pull you
Right,
into
because I'm going to try and read Dark Witch.
That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah, because there's Dark Witch, there's that one, you know, and everything. So yeah,
Love that series. Love that series. I'm excited. Jessica Lynn said, I'll be reading Secret Society of Witches too. I meant to read it last year, but so many people had it on hold. It was the first one I added, as well as The Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon.
the unofficial
I
buddy
think we found the group read.
That's what I was gonna say. The unofficial like group.
We found the group read.
Because you were like, I don't want to have a group read because all this is like.
All right,
Maybe
well,
not.
that's what we're doing.
Cajun said, yes, it was like a month after I ordered it, and they still hadn't shipped it because they had so many orders, and my gift wound up being late.
Oh,
Oh, it's so frustrating.
And we were just looking through the 2 tins, the boxes that we had, and so many of them still had the tins from the advent calendar from last year, because that's when I got COVID, and I couldn't taste anything anyway. So it was like, what's the point in wasting them?
yeah.
I was the same way. I just finally have gotten to some of them because remember I got COVID too in
Mhm.
December.
And it was just like, you're muted, Storm.
I like looked up the Joplin library card and like if you're not a property tax, you don't pay property taxes in Joplin. It's not free. It's $50 a year per household. And I'm like, I live like 35 minutes away, but I have to pay $50. I could get like the Brooklyn library card for $50 a year if I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna pay out of state or the Miami one. I mean, goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jessica Lynn said, I would
Right.
really just want a hot chocolate advent calendar with all different types of cocoa. That sounds
Ooh, now you're talking my
That one
I
I
think
could
that's a
do
great
too.
idea.
And Anna said, in the fantasy football league for the college I work at, we have a lot of fun, and it's a good way to build stronger friendships.
I agree. I love fantasy football.
I would be so lost because I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, because I don't
Yeah,
follow
that's-
football at all. So, I mean, I all I know is they run this way and this way, and
They do run this way and that way. Yeah, I used to like be heavily. We used to follow football, but when the St. Louis team moved away, we just kind of lost
yeah.
interest.
Interesting.
But I played fantasy football. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I agree. It brings people together. I enjoyed it. Ooh.
So speaking of coffee, I picked up some today at Marshall's. It is a Disney blend called Dragon's Brew featuring Maleficent. This
Mm,
caramel, vanilla, and cinnamon notes, and it's tasty.
that sounds really good.
This is what holds my pens, but April brought me this cup back from Disney with Maleficent on it.
Oh, that is awesome.
Love the villains. And Cajun said, I so hate when people's first response is, oh, you will when you say you don't have children. They don't think that maybe you can't or you don't want to.
I agree. I used to make jokes about that. Like, I'm going to start telling people it's like crying, like when they ask.
Yes.
Right. Because it's so rude. Like, you don't know what somebody has, their reasoning, and you could really trigger someone. I
Or
agree.
maybe you just don't want them. That's it.
Which is, yeah.
Same thing, yeah.
I know I've told you guys before I have this issue that I'm dealing with right now with a lot of fluid in my stomach that we need to deal with. And it looks like I'm 6 months pregnant, no matter what I do. And I've just come to accept it. And this is the situation. So I started a new job now, and I have had so many people going, when are you due? When are you due? And I'm like, no, what? Like, they brought in breakfast this morning for everybody. And the one girl sits beside me and she's like, I said, oh no, I'm trying to be good. I'm just going to eat some fruit. She's like, oh, but you're eating for 2.
It's like,
Like, what am I supposed to say or do? You know what I mean? Like, and I just want to, I have never been self-conscious about anything. My scars, I don't hide them. I don't care. This is bothering me. I think because I can't have kids, that it's, do you know what I mean? I'm like, so this is what would have happened if I'd had kids. This is how pregnant people get treated.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's like, so then you say, I'm not pregnant, and then you make the other person like extremely embarrassed but it's like, well, then you shouldn't assume, like you
shouldn't assume.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm not big anywhere else. Like, I understand.
Right.
But there has been a couple times that I was at a store and they had a couple of seats and I walked in and this guy jumps up. He goes, "Oh, here, have a seat." And I'm like, okay.
Use it to your advantage.
I'm never going to get to do this again.
There you go.
But it's uncomfortable and it's
all
like
around in any way.
You know?
Yeah.
But and then I feel embarrassed for the person, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's all around. It makes it awkward for every situation, especially when people are like saying, like to Tiffany too, it's just like, I used to hate when people say, "Oh, when are you gonna have kids?" I'm like, "I'm not." And they're like, "Oh, you'll change your mind." No, I'm not gonna change my mind. And it's not my job to convince you or give you the reasons why I don't want to. You know,
100%, and especially when I'd have people tell me that I was selfish. I'm like, wouldn't it be more selfish if I had kids and didn't want them to appease you? Like.
Or how many people get pressured into having kids just because that's what you're supposed to do, and they really don't want them, or they're not ready for them. It's so many things all around, and you hurt people that can't have children. You hurt people that want to adopt and can't afford to adopt. You hurt people that just have kids and like respect your decision no matter what. It's all around. It's just
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's also why I think adoption shouldn't cost so much, because there's so many kids out there that need adopted. So why make it hard for people who want kids but can't have kids?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I wish we lived in a culture where it was the opposite. Like, it wasn't so much, but I want to have my own kids. I wish they made it so hard to do IVF and a lot easier to adopt. And that was just the cultural norm, is to try to adopt first. I just wish that's how it was. You know, I know people disagree, and that's fine. Whatever. I mean, I'm sorry, Cajun, you're right. This does hit a nerve because it does bother me too. So I'm gonna just move on. I'm just moving on. Someone said, "Sarah, I love that you tutor me in BSC lore. I feel like I should tutor us." There you go.
I agree.
I kind of think you need a class because, you know, you got regular and then you got super specials and mystery.
Right.
And Sarah, that would be
Sarah's Guide to the Babysitter's Club.
Well, then too. I mean, go ahead.
I'm just saying that would be a fun breakdown video for you to do, Sarah.
Yeah. I was just gonna say that too. There's your video. It's like,
you know,
Babysitter's Club 101.
Yeah.
Stacy leaves. Stacy comes back. Dawn leaves. Dawn comes back. Dawn leaves. You know,
leaves again.
Right.
Everybody's happy.
Christy's a brat. No, I mean, sorry.
Right. The whole thing. I get it. Okay, so those strips are also called witch's lock for your hair.
Oh, yeah. I want one.
Yep. You said my hair is naturally did the whole gray strip.
I love it.
Yeah. Jessica said, number one, super mystery BSC is a haunted house, so it could work for Halloween as well. There you go. There you go. What is this? Banicula? Is that what you called it?
Yeah.
Banicula is one of my favorites from childhood. Anita said,
I'm excited about it. Looks cute.
There you go. How about The House of Night by PC Cast? I think it's a YA, but can I use it for Halloween?
Sure.
Storm's like, whatever.
No, do what you want.
Also, I was like, I'm not going to police it. So, I mean, you know, and sometimes a lot of those young adult ones like that, they're a little younger. And I think that one feels like it's a little younger just from, I've read it at one point. So, I mean, a middle grader might read it. So, yeah.
There you go.
Well, the one that I read last year, the one that took place on the Toronto Island, it was labeled middle grade, but all the main characters were high school kids.
Yeah. Well, here's something. Me and Barb were buddy reading the Jacoby series, and we just read the first one. And she's like, I really like this. She goes, but why is it labeled YA? She's like, it's not young adult. It doesn't seem. And I go, I didn't know it was young adult. And she's like, yeah, it says it's young adult on the thing. And I'm like, but Jacoby's not a teenager. I mean, not the way he's described, he's an adult. So I'm like, unless Rook is a teenager, but I don't think she is either. So I'm like, I don't know.
We've talked about it too. Sometimes you could be middle grade reading YA reading adult. Like you just might be reading ahead. Amy said, Daniel, I have read the Bunacle series as a kid. I read the first book again early this year. It's such a fun series.
It is. It's cute.
Sonny said, Bailey's School Kids. Vampires don't wear polka dots. It's a great mid-grade, cute, not spooky. I read it to my class every year.
That sounds really cute too.
Mm-hmm. Cajun said, going to start Dirty Dancing, The Picture House by the Sea, number 3.
Oh, you had me going somewhere totally
So did I.
I was like, yes, don't put baby in the corner.
PK said, okie doke, soup is simmering. I went down the rabbit hole while you were talking about Halloween. Amazon lists are my friend. There you go.
Bailey, vampires wear polka dots.
79. Amy got to 58. Tina didn't read, was just watching TikTok.
Very.
And it's the first in a series. Thank you. It's not like number 8 or something.
There you go.
Storm.
Oh, it looks cute.
It just said 15 pages again.
Oh, if you wanted a middle grade one, sorry to jump in, you could even go to Babysitter's Little Sister, the Karen books. The first book is called Karen's Witch.
I didn't like the little sisters.
Neither did I, because I didn't like Karen. But if anybody did like Karen,
Right.
No, I get it. I mean, it's a good suggestion. I just,
I know.
I read all the other stuff, but I just didn't like the little sisters.
Here's a kind of a fall book that's not like Halloween or anything, and it's not spooky. It's for you. It's the Pumpkin War. Yeah.
You're making me spend all my money before I get paid, Storm.
It's about they used to be friends. They used to be like best friends, but then the last year when they were having their pumpkin race, she thinks that the other one cheated. I think it is, or something like that. Either one of them thinks the other one cheated. And so this year it's like all out war because they're against each other, trying to see who can make the best like pumpkin boat and everything. And it's kind of like them kind of becoming friends again. And it showed us like the dedication to making your pumpkin. Like it shows like the hay that they use around their pumpkin beds and all this stuff, because you have to do all this fertilizer and all this stuff to get your pumpkin to grow really big, because you carve it out and then you get in it and you float it down the river. It's a little pumpkin.
Oh, that's cool.
And so you have to make a big pumpkin, and it was kind of cute. I liked it.
Someone must have recommended it to me. I
think I did last year.
Because I marked it as to be read on October 1st of 2022.
Yeah, I think I did last year.
Told me about it last year.
There you go.
All right, it's in my cart on Amazon.
Jessica said read about 15 pages and got caught up on BookTube. Not my other videos, but BookTube. I do the same thing. I have them separated and don't cross.
I don't have them separated. That might be why I'm so far behind.
Yeah, I have to.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Well, on my Lee channel, I keep all YouTube videos, and on this one, I keep all of my BookTube. That way, like my subscriptions. So if I'm on my Lee channel, that's just all of like my regular randomness, and then only when I'm on Dark Roots that's when I have all my BookTube stuff.
Yeah, on YouTube, can you make your own playlist? Like you can save a watch list or something, so you can name them something different and put them.
Because I have all of.
I have a watch later list, but that has everything.
Have a list called Not BookTube. That one.
Yeah, I think you can separate like the stuff out and like label them or something and everything.
I
might be a little
need
bit
to
more
figure that out, because that would be very helpful. Because that's how I get so far behind. Is I put
you just can't add.
Watch what?
You can't add more than 5,000 videos to a watch later list. Ask me how I know.
How would you know that, Sarah?
From years and years and years ago, when I used to do the knitting podcast and watch those, they were ludicrous. And like it was at Christmas, and everybody was doing like, like Vlogmas.
Yeah.
So like it was like 100 videos a day going, and I would just watch later, right? And I hit 5,000. It's like, I'm like, shit.
What does it say? They're like, you're never gonna watch these. Like,
who are you?
It's basically saying watch some before you add some.
Right.
I just deleted the whole thing and started from scratch.
Yeah, it's at some point you got to be like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Paige made it to 14%. Annie did 72%. Bus Free switched over to the fourth Fourth Wing, read 25 pages. Love dragons.
I'm gonna read that at some point. It's gonna be like a "Is it worth the hype" video for me or something, because like I'm really curious about it. But at the same time, when everybody says if you like Hunger Games and you like this, you'll like, and I'm like, then I didn't like Hunger.
Right. It's like I didn't like those.
But at the same time, I'm curious because it is dragons.
There you go. Danielle finished my audiobook. Very good. Congrats. And Kay said, I read 2 chapters, and these people are just bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Anita, can you get a library card there? You can get a library card there. It wasn't that expensive.
Oh, I think she's talking about the
Thank you,
Joplin
looking up.
one, but yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't, and I would need to know if it would be worth it, because, like I said, I could, $65 for the Miami-Dade one and $50 for the Joplin one. So, and I know Miami-Dade has a lot of good stuff. I just don't know what Joplin has.
True.
I have the Kansas City Public Library, though. It was free.
Yeah. Barbara said my birthday was in July, but still accepting gifts.
Same here, Bart. Same here. July. Always.
Yeah, but the year's not over with yet. Why would you stop
I am
accepting?
accepting early gifts.
Oh, that's funny.
Isn't your birthday in March?
Yeah.
Hey, we could always say it's almost Christmas. We're accepting early Christmas.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious, Barbara. Oh my goodness.
You said, yes, Sarah, I hope you love The Dark Witch. That series is absolutely amazing. Just finished it in August.
I think I need to read one more. I think I've read 2 in that, so I need to get on like the 3rd one so I can get that one done.
So you can finish a series, Storm.
Again, yes.
Did you read Three Sisters Island, Sarah? That's another one about witches, and the one main witch, she like goes into a lot of like witch detail. I did enjoy that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to look that one up.
Which detail?
She teaches one of the other girls like how to be a witch. So she has
Interesting.
the power. She just has to like ignite the flame type of thing.
Okay, well, because we're talking about witches, I have a cozy mystery recommendation. I think you should try the Retired Witches series because it's super funny. I only read the first one, the trilogy, and they need to retire because they're losing their magic. So, and they're losing their ability. So like they'll be trying to like do a spell and they'll like end up like something going haywire and wrong. And then they're like, oh my gosh, I just put a dragon in the living room because I was trying to, do whatever. So it's super funny, but they have to find people to replace them because otherwise the magic system's completely kind of thrown off. It was very, very, very good. I really loved the first one. I enjoyed it a lot.
Well, even for the witchy readathon that I'm doing, I was going to actually suggest the Bailey Kate series, Magical Bake Shop, because there is a big component of a romance in that series. But it is that she's also a witch. So, yeah, if you wanted to get a cozy in there, that's how you can go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I feel like in every cozy, there's some romance of some kind.
I agree.
100%, yes.
And you said, oh, okay, they raised the rate for the library card.
Of course.
And Anna said, finished. We Have Always Lived in the Castle. It was good.
Yay.
Nice.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. So there's yum. And Kay said, I want some Dragon's Brew. That sounds
the coffee. It did sound delicious.
Jessica Lynn, my favorite villain is the OG villain, the evil queen, Old Hag.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Agent, when I got the epidural for my hysterectomy, the nurse said, remember when you had your babies? And I burst into tears and said, I can't have them. The anesthesiologist sent her out of the room.
Good.
See? That's what I'm right there.
Yeah, it's like just because you're having a hysterectomy doesn't necessarily mean that you've already had kids. It's just because you have to have the hysterectomy.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
My aunt had a hysterectomy at the age of 25. Just so happens that she had 2 kids early in life, and so she already had her kids. Because 25, that's pretty young to have after hysterectomy. So,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, yes, it is absolutely okay for women to not want to have children. I am chubby and I have a big belly. I often get accused of expecting. It's frustrating.
Yep.
A few times that I was accused of like, oh, are you? I'm like, no, I'm just fat. I like to eat. Like, straight out. That's it. You know what I mean? Like,
This is a taco baby.
exactly.
I mean, I don't smoke, but the next time somebody asks me, I'm just gonna be like,
Right?
I don't know.
They're like, oh my God, what are you doing?
I'm just kidding.
Tina said, yes, when you're a grown adult, you don't have to explain your life decisions to people. You shouldn't have to, at least. No, you
Absolutely.
don't have to. And Tina, whether you consider yourself a grown adult or not, you still don't have to explain yourself to people. You don't have to give your answers to people.
Great.
So he said, people need to learn it's not okay to make judgments about the way folks look. True. You need to sit there, and I have my scar on my chest from my heart operation. I feel a little self-conscious about it. How do you do that? You're amazing. I wish people, like, to me, scars are cool. That tells a whole story about you. Like,
the other thing is, too, is I've had it my whole life.
Yeah.
I don't know what I look like without it because I was less than a year old when I had I was less than 3 when I had this installed. I had this put on. But people used to ask in high school, and I would just give the standard, I got in a knife fight with a guy.
Of course.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
I was attacked downtown, guy with a knife. It's a thing, you know? And my favorite, though, in high school was I used to tell people I had a breast reduction. And the boys would be like, really? You kind of have fun with it, right?
I would think, that, hey, you're alive, so the
Precisely.
Should be, no big deal.
And you know what? I'm at the stage where I'd rather somebody ask and say very politely, not you wouldn't get this because you're older, right? Ew, what is that? But, generally, like I had a coworker today going, may I ask you? And I'm like, absolutely. So I just gave her a brief explanation.
Yeah.
It is.
That's it. When I first met one of my coworkers who's only been there a couple of years, I noticed right away she didn't have her ring finger anymore. And I was very curious. And right away, I have a dark humor. Immediately, I was making up stories about what happened to her. And when we were like a little bit close enough that I could say like, oh, like, what happened to you? She's like, oh, I really don't talk about it. It just happened last year. And I was like, okay, I don't want to offend you, but can I tell you my story about what happened to you? She was like, okay. And I was like, you and your husband got into a fight. You wanted to divorce him. And he said, if I can't have you, no one can, and cut your finger off. She was like, I'm going to go with that story instead. She goes, because it got cut off during a saw accident, like an electric saw. She was like, I like your story better. I'm like, feel free to use it. Go for it.
I love it.
It's like, no, mate, like, don't feel self-conscious, Anita. Go, like,
no.
That's a battle. Like, that's a story.
Right?
Yeah, don't.
Yep.
No way. Tina said, I was actually going to make a comment about what you said earlier, Tiffany. When you said, I don't want to have children so matter-of-factly, it made me feel so like I want to be you when I grow up.
Aww.
Hold on now. I lost my spot. Get back. What?
Yeah, I agree. I think we've said all, I think what y'all are saying. I mean, I think that we all need to be okay with just who we are and what we look like and be proud of that. And so like when people don't like or like something, especially when they don't like something that I do or don't do, I'm like, I'm going to sleep fine. So I really don't want you. Like, I feel worse for you for being angry or upset about it because
you're not worrying about it one bit.
That's right.
I have a scar up here.
My mom didn't convince me to have children. You're not. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
I have a scar up here that you guys can't see, but it happened when I was 6 years old and I was on the school bus, and the school that had faulty brakes, and they hit the brakes, and I went and I hit the gear shifts in the bus. Yeah.
Oh,
I never forget that bus driver, and he never forgot me because he had to like grab me up and run me into. We were at the high school because he was changing buses, and I guess it was touchy and he didn't know. And I was, holding on to the little bar at the front seat or whatever, and and he like grabbed me, and like by the time he got into the high school, like his shirt was all red and everything, and yeah, I had 6 stitches. And I can remember like watching them sew me up because they had like this cloth over the top of it. But they deadened around it, but they didn't knock me out, and stuff. It was, yeah.
See, I
didn't want to go to school because I thought
you wear your hair back though, so you're not letting it bother you now.
Yeah, when I first had it done, though, I was all black and blue and stuff, and I was like, I don't want to go to school, Mom. I'm ugly.
Yeah, of course.
No,
Tina, thank you very much. That was a very nice compliment. Thank you.
Barbara said, I don't have kids either, and mostly women used to ask me when you're going to have them. I said when you pay for it.
100%, Barb.
There you go. They said I was.
Kids are bloody expensive.
They are. I was always told to never assume things because you can make an ass of you and me. Yep.
Mhm.
Annie, my dad used to say that. Yep.
Everybody used to ask me when I was going to have kids, and I said, when are you going to find me a husband?
There you go. Well, and I see some people too that now, and they're like, I had a friend who had a kid, but before that, she was like, I'm waiting to find a guy to be with. They're like, oh, you don't need to have a guy. She's like, that's how you operate, not how I operate,
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It depends on how you are. So, yeah.
Right.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. And I said, what I mean is selfish about your life is good. You shouldn't feel like you have to explain your life choices to people or not be matter of fact about the things you know. Exactly. So, art. And A Court of Thorns and Roses is shelved in most places as adult, which it is, but some libraries have it shelved as YA. That's what I've always known it as YA.
Mm-hmm.
Agent said, this is the movie they are showing as a special event, Dirty Dancing. Oh,
Gotcha.
Amy, I wanted kids, but my husband and I never got pregnant, so it just wasn't in the cards for us. Now that I'm in my mid-40s, I'm too old for them now.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I said, nobody likes a Karen, LOL, except for Karen Bird on here. I love her.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Amy said at K, A Court of Thorns and Roses is so not YA. Why would someone shelf it as YA? Oh, see, and I always thought that's what it was.
Yeah, they've had that talk too. That they see that a lot of those books that they're in the like YA section, like, this is not YA. Why is it? Especially a lot of the cutesy covers for like the romances, because they look like they would be like YA or something, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that.
That's exactly it. Yep. Yeah. So I said, Tiffany, you need to read this. You need to read The Little Old Lady Who's Not Afraid of Anything. It's very theatrical and Halloweeny.
There you go.
Ooh.
Jessica said, at K, that's so true. A lot of libraries just place it in YA because they think Throne of Glass series is YA, and they put the author all together. That might be why. Cajun, I have a ton of watch lists today. Catch up, relaxing, etc.
Brilliant.
If you click save to playlist, you can make new ones.
Yeah, there you go.
They said Fourth Wing is good. The dragon parts make it worth it. Jessica said, I have so many BookTube and everything else. I just need to have separate folders because it was too much. And now I watch BookTube when I first get on YouTube and whenever I have time for everything else.
I need to change something.
I will watch something from that folder.
Sometimes watching YouTube eats into my audiobook time because I'm on.
Oh, yeah.
1,000%. 1,000%. And Anita said Joplin is a huge library.
Oh, okay.
And Jessica said, my birthday is next month. I'll take early gifts. And when it's the 25th, I'll take early gifts for next October 24th.
I love it. Anita, I have one question. Not that I need another library, so I'll ask you when Kevin's not around. Never mind. Just remind me next time. He's sitting right. I'm not getting another library, bub.
Kevin, close your ears.
Exactly. Put on your ear bunnies. Amy said, Storm, if you didn't like Divergent or Hunger Games, you won't like Fourth Wing. I personally love Fourth Wing, but I love Divergent and Hunger Games myself, though.
I've never read Divergent, so I wouldn't know about that one. I just know that I didn't like Hunger Games. And I don't know. It depends on, I guess, the reasons why I didn't like Hunger Games. If I like the whole battling part, and stuff, and all that stuff. It's just, I just found it boring.
I found the whole book boring.
Because I was like, so, I mean, the battling part, and like, it sounds like that's what they do. They have to like battle a lot. And there's a lot of deaths and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it could be cool.
Mm-hmm. Jessica said, Tiffany, you should do a video on a witch cozy mysteries for October.
I do have like a spotlight of witch cozies, but I'm going to pull a few out that I've read and really, really liked. Because spotlights are just kind of general about like all that's out there. So I think I'm going to do that and do it on witch and ghosts and like kind of break it up and do a couple different ones of Halloween recommendations.
Instead of your spotlight, they're in the limelight. There you go. Figures out. Somebody said, yes, that's also my Halloween basket to read. I love the suggestion, Tiff, for Tired Witches. Heart. Jessica Lynn, love Bailey Kate series. And Sonia said, The Witch Way Library Mystery by Angela Sanders would be a good one, too.
I think that's the one. Is the first one's the Bait and Witch, I think.
Was that it? Okay.
Yeah, that one's my scavenger hunt for. I don't know anything about it. I'm just going to read it because the cover's kind of cool. And I know that my friend Barb likes it, and she's been wanting me to read it. And I've heard people talk about it and how good it is. So I mean, I don't really know what it's about. But I'm just gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
Like you said, Jessica Lynn, my birthday's next month as well on the 13th. I love being an October baby. And someone said had a hysterectomy, had no children. I had multiple doctors ask me about my children. Jessica said, at Amy, same. I'm a week before Halloween. Just don't like the scary, but we'll take the cutesy cozy Halloween.
Yay, Jessica.
I don't mind that when they are kind. I don't mind that people ask.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's
I
my.
love you guys.
This is my cute Halloween. This is my scary.
Oh, that's funny. That's
I
funny.
love it.
Cute. Love you too, Anita.
I painted that myself.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was just a
Oh,
regular like styrofoam pumpkin, and I'm gonna make him like a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, that's cool.
nice. Agent said, "Oh, Storm, bless your heart," and I mean that in the good way. PK said, Storm, you and I had very similar experiences. I ran into a mailbox at age 6. Yes, running. Yes, a mailbox. Ran home bloody. People trying to pick me up. Stitches. Looking at the bloody cloth over my face.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, you guys had the same experience, yeah. And Sonia said, Karen Walker too. Love her.
From Will and Grace.
Okay,
Yes.
my power just went out. Lucky my phone has Wi-Fi.
Oh, I hope everything's safe.
Yeah, comes back on soon. PK said, Steve never wanted kids because of his dad. I didn't feel strongly either way, so we didn't. Only downside I see is that my dog won't take care of me when I'm old. Otherwise, all the toys are for us.
But then you're kind of hit and miss if the child is.
Do you have any nieces or nephews, PK?
True. Yeah, there's no guarantee that your kids would take care of you. So,
Yeah, I'm just.
No. I asked CJ if she can check in on me, make sure I'm not eating cat food, and that I'm all right. She said sure, she'll stop by and check on me.
Once a month.
Exactly. Sherry said,
Oh my goodness, Sherry, it's like a dream.
Ooh.
Books and crochet. Nice. Very
Lucky,
nice.
lucky.
Awesome.
Me too, I was reading. I want to say thanks for the sprint, just in case. Vicky said, Fourth Wing, I've explained it in this way. Prim from Hunger Games goes to Divergent Camp and becomes Dany from TV Game of Thrones with a Peeta Gale love triangle. Spicy, sexy times.
I have no idea what you just said. It sounded.
Yeah, that's
It's the love triangle part that I think I'm the most like.
I get it all. Amy says, okay, Storm, if you like the battle scenes and people dying in Hunger Games, then you might like Fourth Wing then. Plus, I love the dragons in Fourth Wing. Okay. Cajun said, or that the cats are not eating you. Exactly.
Well, my cats eat my eyeballs.
Exactly. And Jessica Lynn said, I really didn't love Fourth Wing. Just the dragon part, it was written too young and placed in new adult because some of the spice that really was just put there to be an older age book.
I've heard a lot. I've heard that about it too.
And Sonny said, all I've heard about Fourth Wings is dragon sex. All right.
But the dragons are awesome.
And that's where we end it.
Right? But the dragons are awesome.
I like that. What?
Because what?
Maybe
don't know
maybe it was meant to be dragons and sex.
I don't know.
I feel
don't know.
Sonia's just going, I said what I said.
Right? I'm not going to clarify.
That's why I love her.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's past
Frisky
my
dragons.
bedtime because I'm feeling very loopy. I don't know if y'all are just being more loopy than usual talking about dragon sex or if it's because I'm tired, but it seems very loopy.
It's like,
Well, then she says they talk about the frisky dragons.
about the frisky dragon. So maybe that's
I
the
guess
thing.
I haven't heard anybody talk about the frisky dragons.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay, now I'm kind of curious.
There you go. You can take a look into it. Kay says there is a little dragon sex thing. Okay.
It sounds like some sort of weird club.
Right? I'm just like, Because yes, dragons have influence over some sexy times, but no on-screen dragon sex. And Sonia said, I've seen people talk about the frisky dragons in the book. And it's after 9:30. Tiffany is loopy, so it's par for the course.
My feeling, yeah.
Okay. Then no dragon sex in the fourth wing. Okay. They just have influence.
Oh my goodness.
All right. With that, it is 9:41 here. We're going to wrap it up. We are into the comments.
Yeah, when it goes to dragon sex.
Yes. And Tiffany just can't stop giggling now. So.
It's time to go. She's turning into a pumpkin, people.
Right?
Oh my god, go to bed.
And the thing is her laughing makes me laugh.
Yep.
I know.
Yep. Oh my god, influence is worse. In my head. Oh, you guys are funny. So thanks, Lee and ladies, for the sprints. Have a great night, everyone. And good night, ladies. Thank you for the sprints. Good night, everyone. And have a great night. No more dragon sex. Exactly. Lesson
There
learned.
we go.
All right. So we will see everybody tomorrow on PK's channel.
Yeah.
8:05 Eastern time for sprints over there.
Awesome.
Have a good night, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, Lee. Bye, everyone.
Bye.